Breaking now at 4, House Republicans passed President Trump's domestic policy budget today with a razor-thin margin.
Atlanta News first political reporter Doug Reardon has been watching the debate and vote all day long. He's live in Midtown. And Doug, this was a very close vote, as many anticipated.
Right, and we saw that coming, Joe and Carly. This was a long, hard fight over this bill in the House after it cleared the Senate earlier this week. Republicans overcoming opposition from every single Democrat and even some members of their own party to pass the so-called Big Beautiful Bill 2018 to 2014.
Facing an Independence Day deadline set by President Donald Trump, Republicans delivered a sweeping domestic policy budget Thursday, with all Democrats opposed.
Shame on this institution if this bill passes.
The vote came on the heels of a record-setting 8-hour and 45-minute floor speech by Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries. In the end, the bill passed and delivered tax cuts, border security funding, and an elimination of taxes on tips to Republicans.
We are finally going to give and restore that great American dream and that hope for those families who have been waiting way too long.
But Democrats fretted over cuts to the Affordable Care Act and Medicaid system that the Congressional Budget Office says could kick some 17 million Americans and 750,000 Georgians off their health care by 2035.
This bill is a catastrophe for health care in Georgia and for Georgia's economy.
Both of Georgia's senators, John Ossoff and Raphael Warnock, voted the bill down in the Senate, where it passed narrowly on Tuesday.
Voting for this bill is betraying the state of Georgia.
Even some Georgia Republicans voiced their opposition to provisions of the bill that cut away energy credits that have been heavily utilized in Georgia. In a letter to Congress headlined by Georgia State Representative Matthew Gamble, 16 of his Republican colleagues urged federal lawmakers to keep the incentives that have brought major solar and battery projects to Georgia. We urge you not to weaken the tax credits, the letter reads, as doing so would only harm the manufacturing renaissance in Georgia.
And the cuts to those energy credits did remain in the final version of the bill, which now heads to President Donald Trump's desk. He has indicated that he will sign it sometime before the end of tomorrow. We're in Midtown. Doug Reardon, Atlanta News First.
Doug, thank you.